Have you ever wondered why you brush your teeth or reach for your phone without even thinking? This is the power of the habit loop, an evolutionary shortcut designed to save your brain's energy. Every day, roughly 40% of your actions are not conscious decisions, but automatic repetitions. We are essentially living on autopilot for nearly half of our waking hours. Today, we peel back the layers of neuroscience to understand how these patterns are etched into our biology.
It all begins with the cue, a trigger that tells your brain to go into automatic mode. Cues can be anything: a specific time of day, a location, or even an emotional state. Your brain is a master pattern matcher, constantly scanning the environment for signals that a reward is nearby. Without a cue, the habit never starts. It is the invisible spark that sets the entire machinery of your behavior into motion.
But here is where the conflict arises: the craving. This isn't the habit itself, but the desire for the change in state it provides. When you see a notification, you don't crave the light on the screen. You crave the hit of social validation. This internal tension is what drives us to act, often against our long-term goals. It is the psychological itch that demands to be scratched, creating a restlessness that only the habit can soothe.
The response is the actual habit you perform, the action that takes effort, whether physical or mental. If the friction is too high, the response won't happen, which is why bad habits are so easy to keep. They are low-friction paths of least resistance. We often blame a lack of willpower, but the truth is your brain is simply trying to be efficient. It chooses the path that requires the least amount of metabolic energy to achieve the desired result.
Finally, we reach the reward. This is the end goal of every habit, the moment the brain receives the hit of dopamine it was searching for. Rewards teach our brains which actions are worth remembering for the future. In this moment, the neurological circuit is closed and the behavior is reinforced. Your brain records this success, marking the path more clearly for the next time you encounter that specific cue. Deep within your brain lies the basal ganglia, the command center for habit storage. While your conscious mind, the prefrontal cortex, focuses on complex tasks, the basal ganglia quietly takes over the routine. This is why you can drive a car while thinking about your dinner plans. The brain has literally offloaded the task to a more primitive, efficient structure. This physiological shift is why habits feel so stuck. They are physically wired into your hardware. The climax of behavior change happens when we realize that we cannot simply delete a habit. We must replace it. By keeping the same cue and the same reward, but inserting a new response, we can rewire the circuit. This is the secret to transformation. Don't fight the loop. Use the loop. It requires conscious intervention in a process that wants to remain unconscious. This is where the battle for your identity is truly fought and won. Small wins are the fuel for this transformation. Research shows that atomic habits, tiny changes, create a compound effect over time. If you improve by just 1% each day, you end up 37 times better by the end of the year. The brain loves these small victories because they provide frequent, manageable rewards. Instead of aiming for a marathon, aim for the first step. Each small action is a vote for the person you wish to become. Resolution comes through environment design. Stop relying on motivation, which is a fickle friend, and start redesigning your world. If you want to play guitar, put it in the middle of the living room. If you want to eat healthy, hide the junk food in a high cabinet. Make the cues for good habits obvious and the cues for bad habits invisible. Your environment is the silent hand that shapes your behavior every single day. As the new neural pathways thicken, the response becomes easier than the resistance. You no longer have to think about the new behavior. It has become part of your identity. You aren't someone trying to work out. You are a runner. This shift from outcome-based habits to identity-based habits is the ultimate goal. When the action aligns with who you believe you are, the habit becomes effortless and permanent. Understanding the science of behavior change gives you the keys to your own mind. You are no longer a victim of your impulses, but an architect of your routines.
Start today by identifying one single cue in your life and deciding what your new response will be. The journey of 1,000 miles truly begins with a single, scientifically backed step. Remember, you build your habits, and then your habits build you. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the science of habits. If you found this insight valuable, please hit the like button and subscribe for more evidence-based strategies for personal growth. Comment below with one habit you're working to change this month. Let's support each other in the comments. Stay curious, stay disciplined, and I will see you in the next video. Your journey to a better you starts now.